So today, welcome to Mrs. Ross's Khmer 1 class. We're going to start today's lesson with the objective. So go to your Mrs. Ross's Khmer 1 class, Google Classroom, and open up your assignment. I'm going to read the objective to you. So today's lesson objective is I understand the reading directionality for Khmer written words. I can also blend basic Khmer words correctly, represent each word with an image, and write each word correctly. So before we jump into the lesson, let's review what you have done in previous lessons in my class. You recited and you memorized the 33 Khmer consonants and their sounds, and you recited and memorized the 15 Khmer vowels and their sounds. So what can you do with these individual sounds? You can string them together and make words. Okay, this is called decoding. Before we continue with our lesson, let's go ahead and connect it to what we already know, okay, our prior knowledge. In kindergarten, when you're learning to read the English language, you might start with the most basic blending pattern, which is consonant, vowel, consonant. For example, that is in the word pig. You say the separate sounds, I, g, pig, and you read the word pig. And as you continue into kindergarten, you learn more complex blending patterns such as CVC, silent E, and even more complex patterns after that. Well, Khmer has blending patterns also. In my Khmer 1 class, you're going to learn the 4 basic blending patterns. They are consonant alone. So one consonant can produce a word. They are consonant and consonant, consonant and vowel, and the most complex one that you will learn will be consonant, vowel, consonant. Now, but here is something that we have to remember, okay? So like English, Khmer words are read left to right, but unlike English, Khmer syllables have multiple directionalities. So what do I mean by that? We're going to revisit our vowel sheet, okay? So in a previous lesson, I hope this looks familiar to you. Here are the 15 vowels, and you were practicing putting the same consonant and combining that same consonant with the different 15 vowels. And you realize that sometimes the consonant goes to the left, sometimes like this one, the consonant goes to the right, and sometimes the consonant goes above a vowel, okay? So the reading directionality is not always left to right. It is for words, but not syllables. So we have to be careful with that, okay? And I will go over some examples of when that happens. But first, let's go ahead and look at 2 examples of the most basic blending pattern, which is just a consonant on its own. So here are 2 words for you: gaw, which means neck, and saw, which means white. Okay, so I have the English translation, and then I have the English transcription for you. As a reminder, the translation is the word in English. The transcription is using English letters to capture the word gaw, okay? So not a problem there. Now let's move to our next blending pattern, consonant and consonant. Again, not an issue here. You would blend just left to right. So here's the consonant jaw, and here's the consonant no. jaw, ngo is jong, and bo, ngo is bong. Okay, now we're moving into our third blending pattern. Okay, you see the vowel first. You should, at this point, be very familiar with this and know that it's a vowel because we've had multiple lessons with the Khmer consonants and vowels. Okay, so the vowel appears to the left first, but remember, when we are blending syllables, we start with the consonant first. Okay, so we would say the consonant first, which is the call, I, kai. Okay, this one, the placement of the consonant is to the left of am, so you're fine left to right. Call, am, come. Okay, now let's look at the last blending pattern. Okay, so again, we need to find the consonant first, go, and then the vowel a, go, a, and then the consonant go, a, game, which means to sleep. Now for this one, here's the consonant ka again, okay, but the vowel is down below. So again, the directionality, when you read syllables, not necessarily left to right, sometimes it's left, bottom, and then right. Ka, o, s, ka, okay? So you have your 8 words, 2 per blending pattern. What you're going to do is you're going to produce a performance task for me to demonstrate that you understand the reading directionality of Khmer, that you can write each of these 8 words in Khmer, and that you can blend them correctly, again, with the right directionality, and you understand the meaning of each word by representing them with the right image. Okay, so let's go back to your Mrs. Ross's Khmer Google Classroom. Your performance tasks and the instructions for it are right here. Let's open that. So let's read the instructions for this performance task. You're going to make a slide presentation, 1 slide per word. So there'll be a total of 8 slides. So each slide will have 3 components: an image. The images created can be any media or medium you want. For example, you can hand draw, or you can take pictures and upload onto your slides, or you can just retrieve free images off the web, but they must capture the meaning of each word. Now, the second component is the audio. You will embed an audio recording of your voice, blending each word with correct directionality. So again, for the word hi, we don't want to say I call, right? We need to start with the consonants. So call, I, kai, correct directionality, always start with the consonant. And let's go back. Now, if you would prefer to do this component live with me, I am okay with that. You must make sure that you have the other 2 components, the image and the written word. And then during our one-on-one meet, you can blend each of the 8 words live with me. That's okay also to do it as a synchronous assessment, okay? And the third component, as I mentioned before, is the written form of each of the Khmer words. So let's go ahead and look at an example of what the performance task will look like. You, again, will use Google Slides. Here is my image representing the first word, which is gall. To write the word, what you will do is go to insert. You will go to line. You will go to scribble. okay, and make the letters nice and thick. This is the audio right here. Here's my audio. So if you forget how to embed audio, if you choose to do the audio portion asynchronous, so ahead of time, and you forget how to embed the audio, watch this video right here, embedding audio instruction, to review how to embed an audio. Again, it's very important that you pronounce each word accurately, following, or each letter, I should say, accurately following the right directionality. So in addition to this transcription, if you need to, please copy and paste and use Google Translate. Okay, so I'm pasting the word neck and listen to the audio multiple times. Okay, listen to the audio multiple times to help you with pronunciation. Okay, a rubric is available for how I will score this performance task, so please refer to that and make sure you shoot for the highest number of points available. Now, to attach your performance task to your assignment, we're going to look at this from the perspective of the student. So here's my sample student. Here is Khmer Module 1, Lesson 2. You will go to instructions. So from your classwork, go to your assignment, go to instructions, and you will click add, and click Google Drive, and that's where you can insert your finished performance task. Okay, if you have any questions, please reach out. But otherwise, Leah, hi.